What's up, friends? Welcome back to the channel. Hi if you're new here, hi if you're not. My name's Danielle. I make a ton of content here on YouTube, specifically talking about the, in my opinion, problematic behavior found in the life, spiritual, and business coaching spaces. At this point, I think I have over 100 videos, so if you are new here and you want to get caught up, that is probably the best place to start. Okay, I have come across some wild stuff over the course of the past couple of days while I've been spending hours in airports. So I just have a couple of screenshots that I wanted to throw into a video because this is making me really mad and we need to talk about it. So without further ado, let's get right into the content. Shout out to the channel VIP members, as well as Suzanne, Harrison, Tom, and Zurify in the billionaire tier. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this content, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so if you are new here, you probably don't know that I spend a lot of time over on Threads. I like to joke with my partner that I'm a thrinfluencer, if you will. Anyways, I was scrolling aimlessly, as I always do, and I came across this post the other day, and it really just, shit like this grinds my gears, okay? So someone posted the other day, "I need a side hustle, dude. It's impossible living in Canada." Now, depending where you are watching this video from, maybe you're from Canada, maybe you're from the US, I believe the situation is fairly similar there. We are in a housing crisis. Wages are not keeping up with the cost of rent, and people who were making a livable wage at one point, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, can now no longer live off that same amount of money. So this person is simply asking a question that I think probably so many people are wondering: how can I make more money? How can I supplement my income? How can I be able to survive? And so anytime I see one of these posts, I'm always wary of who's going to show up in the comments, and typically I will take a little scroll. There's been more than one time where I've had to DM the initial poster and just say like, "Hey, if anyone's trying to sell you an MLM or MRR opportunity, be aware and stay away." If you don't know what MRR is, I would recommend you watch this video here. Now, as I was scrolling through the comments on this video, naturally, this response just made me roll my eyes. So I wanted to share with you guys. It says, "Canada makes it challenging, but it's not impossible. I basically sell air, aka digital products, and make my old salary from home." Now again, if you're not new here, you know that this is something that I say specifically about the coaching industry, but about a lot of these like online educators in general. I often say that they are selling air. And so I kind of honestly had to laugh out loud a little bit when I read this, because it's like, this woman is saying the quiet part out loud. Personally, when I say selling air, what I'm referring to is the fact that so many of these online experts, online gurus, rather than selling you a tangible skill or some sort of like practical, legitimate coaching, are instead selling you on this promise or dream that they did XYZ, therefore if you follow their formula, you'll be able to do it too. And ultimately, in most cases, the thing that they're selling you isn't actually able to be delivered on, and that's why I say they're selling air, because they're just basically selling you a dream, taking your money, disappearing into the night, while you're left with crippling debt and a lot of disappointment. And I laugh, not at the expense of the people who have fallen victim to these kind of schemes, but I just laugh because it's so frustrating that people like this are aware of what they're doing and they still continue to do it anyway. I'm not going to go into other comments on this post, or this would probably be like a 3-hour-long video. I just think the idea of people telling you that if you're struggling to make money, I'll teach you how to build digital products and then you can make a ton of money like me, is really misleading, because in my opinion, again, everything on this channel is just my opinion, I really don't think people should be selling digital products unless they are actually an expert in the thing that they're making the digital product about. And what I'm seeing happening in the digital product space, keep in mind that I myself sell digital products, what I'm seeing happening is people like this, let's just call this woman Sarah. Sarah is saying, "I make more than my yearly salary selling digital products." Sarah recruits you and tells you, "All you have to do is go on ChatGPT, ask for 5 ideas about how to find your own personal style, open Canva,
take the information that ChatGPT gave you, paste it into Canva, make it look pretty, sell it as a digital product, a $5 guide on finding your personal style.
And to me, as someone who's been a business owner for 6 years, it's super frustrating to me for people like Sarah in this case to try and sell you on the idea that all you need to do is put in the effort and you're going to get the results. Because the reality is, if you don't have an audience who sees you as the expert in personal style, for example, they're not going to buy your $5 ebook. Further to that, even if you are able to convince people to buy it, if you just took what ChatGPT gave you and made it look pretty in Canva, chances are they're going to be pretty disappointed with the content that's inside, because you're not actually adding any personal expertise to the thing that you're selling. And so while I don't know that this particular woman, again, Sarah, we will call her, is selling that idea, it's just something that I have seen time and time again, and it seems so disingenuous. It really compromises the integrity of people who are true experts. It's purely the reason why we see people losing trust in the online space. And I really think it's what's making it so difficult for people who are genuine experts and have genuine expertise to be able to stand out in a market, because there's just so many wannabe frauds out there, allegedly, in my opinion. Okay, next post here was shared by Suzanne, who is one of the billionaire tier members here on this channel, and I actually did an interview with her in the last video that I put out, so I'll link it here in case you missed it. It says, "Are you ready to get off the roller coaster ride of high sales months followed by crickets and barely scraping by the next few months? And instead of craving a deeply aligned and genuinely yummy way for you to attract soulmate clients on repeat?" Okay, can we stop using words that we would use to describe food to describe copy? I know I've mentioned that before, but I think that is my #1 pet peeve with copy in the online space, is like when we use words like yummy and delicious to talk about things that we're selling on the internet. Why? Do you want to sell out all your offers and make consistent sales every month with ease, pleasure, and confidence? How about a happy dance as PayPal and Stripe notifications constantly blow up your phone day after day, month after month, year after year? This is not a pipe dream. It's not a fantasy, and it is most definitely not too good to be true. It is my reality and that of many of my clients. I would like the opportunity to support you in making it yours. Introducing How to Sustain 20,000 and 30,000 Months Masterclass, aka high-level transformational love bomb about to explode all over your business and support you in consistently surpassing your money goals, social media growth, and soul clients. Wait. This woman is openly admitting that she's gonna love bomb you.
Buy my program so I can love bomb you.
Now, if you're not familiar, love bombing is typically a tactic used in cults. According to Google, it is an emotional manipulation technique that involves giving someone excessive compliments, attention, or affection to eventually control them. And in that video I just linked, I discuss how in cults and other high control groups, we see love bombing used as a means of getting people to do whatever the cult leader wants. And in coaching, in the industry, not all of the industry, of course, but in the subset of the industry where it's essentially like coaches coaching other coaches on how to coach other coaches to coach other coaches, allegedly, in my opinion, we see a lot of love bombing happening because people want you to join their program, stay in their program, keep paying for them, keep idolizing them, keep aspiring to be the person that they are, the coach that they are, so that your coaching business can be as good as that person's coaching business. And the only way you're going to do that is if you
stay in my container and be in my energy and give me all your money.
Anyway, I just thought it was funny that she straight up says this in the copy for the thing that she's selling. So if you see something that says, I'm going to love bomb you, maybe don't spend your money on that thing, or at least I wouldn't. Anyway, apparently this masterclass is regularly priced $111, but now you can get it for the low price of just $11 for the next 48 hours. We love the insane discount. It's 90% off. And we also love to see this urgency, high pressure, buy now or you're going to miss your chance forever sales tactic. Red flag, red flag, red flag. If you see stuff like this, buyer beware. It might not be worth your money. Probably not worth your money, allegedly, in my opinion. Okay, last up, we have a post that hits a little bit close to home for me. If you, again, are new here and you don't know who I am, what I do outside of making these silly little YouTube videos, I'm actually a full-time UGC creator. So brands, small businesses, they hire me to make short form videos that they can use mostly in ads on TikTok, Instagram, that sort of thing. I did a video a number of months ago now where I discussed this phenomenon that I've seen in the UGC space over the course of the past couple of years, years, where a lot of people are getting into UGC coaching. So again, I'll link it here in case you haven't seen that video. But essentially what we're seeing is people who became UGC creators, typically during the pandemic, any kind of time period between 2020, 2022, I would say, have since transitioned their businesses into UGC coaching. And sure, if you have experience in a specific industry and people are asking you a ton of questions of how you got started and you want to package that information up into a course and sell it to people, go for it. I have no problem with people selling their skills and knowledge on the internet. What I have a problem with, as indicated in this Threads post over here, which I will link in the pinned comments, is the idea of people selling you on a dream of doing something that they didn't do. And so rather than repeat myself, we're gonna read the post first, and then I will explain why I find it problematic. So this came up on my Instagram Explore page, and immediately I was like, I gotta put this in a video. So the first slide just reads, July income recap as a full-time UGC creator and coach. This is gonna be important later. So it says, total July income, $20,287.83. Now, if you're not new here, you know that I hate income claim marketing ever, anything, anytime. One of my biggest flexes in business is that I've never had to talk about how much money I make from my clients in order to get other clients to want to work with me. And I really just think that income claim marketing creates this sort of like aspirational suggestion in that,
well, if I made $20,000, that means you can make $20,000.
And if you know anything about business, you know that in the majority of cases, what's true for me is likely not true for thee. Anyways, the post continues. The whole month of July, I was actually on holiday in Europe. I took the month off of UGC and only worked approximately 5 to 10 hours per week on some coaching, posting content, responding to DMs and emails. Okay, so then she gets into the breakdown where it says she made $875.60 from a late payment for a June UGC collab. And then the next part says $19,412.23 from digital products, UGC coaching program, and ebook sales. So if we take a look at these numbers and we do a little quick math in our heads, we can see that less than 5% of her income came from creating UGC content, and over 95% of it came from teaching other people how they could become UGC creators. And so, of course, as always, I don't know this person. I don't know the full context. I can't say that maybe 6 months ago, they were making thousands of dollars doing UGC. But speaking from my own knowledge of the industry, my own experience in the industry, I think it's pretty unlikely that she was making $20,000 a month as a UGC creator. And why this bothers me so much is the idea that, again, we see this in coaching in general, not just UGC. I've seen it in life coaching. I've seen it in social media management coaching. I've seen it everywhere where people will say,
I make $100,000 doing job ABC, buy my course, buy my ebook, etc. And you can also make $100,000.
When the reality is the majority of their income is actually coming from selling the course, selling the coaching, and not actually doing the thing. Honestly, I think one of the biggest perpetrators is actually virtual assistant coaching, which if you want me to do a full video on that industry, let me know. The last slide reads, July was a dream come true. I am so grateful that I can still earn money while I tan and sip on cocktails in Europe. All because I started posting my silly little videos, took a risk, quit my 9-to-5 for UGC, and then learned to diversify my income. And so no longer is this person actually making money doing the thing, doing UGC, so much as making the majority of their income based on the own numbers that they provided through teaching other people how to do the thing. And when we talk about selling air, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people selling you on the idea, the concept of something, the ability to make money doing this thing, when they themselves are not actually making the money doing that thing. It's like the courses that teach you how to build a course, that you can sell your own course to sell a course, and nobody's actually selling anything of substance. They're all just selling the idea of owning a business. Super predatory in my opinion, and whether or not people are doing this consciously, I think could be a whole conversation. I know of people who I've known personally in the real world outside of the internet who have sort of gone down this path, whether they were a social media manager, they were a UGC creator, they were a virtual assistant, and then went into teaching other people how to do those things, and now are so far detached from the industry of actually doing the thing that it's like, are you even able to effectively teach people how to do something that you haven't done in multiple years? When really they're just blindly following what their mentor is telling them to do. And so it's really I think, a quite complex issue, and it's not that all of these people are scammers and they know that they're scammers and they're doing it intentionally, so much as just following the narrative of
diversify your income, have multiple income streams, blah, 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 blah.
And then they end up in this position where they essentially just follow the money and ultimately end up, in my opinion, losing their integrity along the way. So it's really just unfortunate. This post in particular really irritated me, though, as someone who is a UGC creator. So be careful out there. If you see people selling you a dream, whether it's in UGC, social media management, or any kind of online career, really, I just encourage you to do your due diligence, ask questions, and really understand whether or not the person is actually making their income doing the thing, or if they're making their income from selling you on the idea that you can do the thing. Okay? Stay safe out there. Don't give your money to random strangers on the internet. If you have content you want me to react to here on the channel, the form to submit it is linked in the description down below. That's it for today's video. Quick reminder that we dropped merch a couple weeks ago, so that should be linked down below as well. Questions, comments, concerns, I will meet you in the comments section. Take care, comb your hair, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!